Hi, it's me, and that's him, and we're the Sci-Fi Scholars.
And we're talking Supergirl. This is a season overview of Supergirl.
Yeah.
Hence the title. Hopefully that gives it away. So if you haven't seen the full season of Supergirl, we may possibly spoil something. Probably, because we're going to be talking about it.
So we're going to be talking about stuff throughout the whole season, so yes, we'll spoil stuff.
So if you haven't seen it and you don't want to be spoiled, go watch it first, then come back. Now that you're back, after watching the all 20 episodes or whatever you've watched, I actually really enjoyed this show.
Yeah.
It had a cool vibe about it. The casting of Melissa Benoist, I think is how you say her name. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. But her as Supergirl, brilliant casting. I love her as Supergirl. I think she's brilliant.
Like some of the other characters cast pretty well, like Maxwell Lord. That character's amazingly well done. And his dynamic with the rest of the team's well.
Maxwell Lord is probably actually my favourite character on the show. Yeah. Just because of how well the actor who plays him is brilliant. Like, I don't see him as a villain. No. Because of the way he's played. Even when he's an out-and-out villain in some of the episodes, I never thought of him as a villain.
Like, his motivations are understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, also, I enjoy the Martian Manhunter character. Obviously, like, it's TV level budget, but as a character, it's well written, same as, like, Maxwell Lord is well written.
Yes.
And you kind of understand where he's coming from. Like, obviously, I haven't had my entire race annihilated, but, like, you feel like you understand where he's coming from. Like, it is written well.
Yeah, it was a bit of a fan... Well, I'm going to use the word fangirl moment, but that's probably not the way I loved the reveal of him being Martian Manhunter. I was like, what? They're doing Martian Manhunter. That is awesome. Finally,
and that's probably the first major spoiler.
Finally, we get... Well, we never revealed who Martian Manhunter is. But
yeah, but it was...
But I really liked, the reveal of him being Martian Manhunter. And I was like, yes, they're doing Martian Manhunter. That's awesome, because he's a great character.
Yeah.
And while, they did him in Smallville, they didn't do him as the full-on...
Yeah.
Like you didn't see him often as his proper Martian superhero per se look, which I thought, and they brought in the white Martians as well, which is a cool thing.
I think some of them will be back again.
Another thing they brought in was Red Tornado, which I really liked, and they brought it in earlier than I thought. It was like episode 6.
I swear he's coming back.
I really hope they bring him back. Red Tornado is a good character.
He wasn't completely destroyed. He got away, and it's a military project, and based on other stuff that's happening for the episodes, that the US military is going to be playing a big role in the future with a lot of their secrets.
If they do bring him back, I hope they then evolve him to look even more like his comic counterpart, because he didn't.
That would be cool. Yeah.
He didn't look as much like his comic counterpart. He looked enough like him that I was pretty satisfied with it. I was still like, it's not quite right, but I still like it just because the Red Tornado's on the flipping screen. But I really liked. If they bring him back, I think they should evolve him a bit more. I think that would be really cool.
Which, based on what they've been doing, obviously now it's on the CW network, so they seem to be keeping things as kind of close to, like, the end version of each person is
closer to
the comic. They start off with an idea and they evolve.
Yeah, and I like
which
that.
Works well. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how the dynamics of the show change a bit now it's on the CW.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think that's a great move. Means that they're not trying to tick as many boxes. I don't feel the CW was like, they obviously have boxes that you need to tick.
Start the episode, have some ads,
roll
credits,
have beautiful people. That's a CW network thing. And they even reference that in an episode with Cat Grant. She's like, "What is this? A CW show?" when Barry rocks up on the Flash, which is the best episode because the flipping that crossover. Yeah. While they didn't fully tie in all that well, but the chemistry that freaking Supergirl
didn't tie into the Flash series at all.
Well, it did. It was a throwaway line.
It's like, whoops, I went the wrong place kind of a deal. Like,
But what I liked is the chemistry in a non-relationship.
A
platonic working relationship. I was just like, damn, I want a Flash Supergirl show.
Well, you're going to get the massive crossover with everything.
That's true.
Which is going to be crazy.
But yeah, that was by far my favourite episode. Yeah. and with one of the things that I felt with Supergirl that I was like, was they were pushing the girl power thing too far. Like, rather than just going, hey, this is Supergirl. Obviously she's a girl. Obviously she's powerful.
Yeah, and letting...
Hey, let's have an awesome show.
Rather than letting it rest on its own power and empowering itself, they kept pointing it out.
Which I felt ruined it a little bit and made it too in your face. Because obviously I don't have anything against girl power, because I freaking love Supergirl. I think she's an awesome character. And I'm always so excited when I heard about the show. And still am. And the fact that he got second season, I'm excited about it. And it can only go up. Because, I mean, the second season of all the shows so far, which is 2, have been better than the first. But, yeah, that was the one little thing that I had a gripe with. It felt like it was shoving it down our throats a little too often.
The thing that I most had a problem with was the dynamic between the sisters of, like, consistently not telling each other things for fear of backlash. For me, it seemed to be the show's trope.
Yeah.
Like, I understand doing it a couple times as you see their relationship develop and you see them get stronger, but for me, it happened at least once too many times. Like,
I agree.
It's like, oh, they're doing this again.
Yeah.
Which, as soon as you've got the again there's a problem. Like,
I agree.
Like, if it was like some things you can do repeatedly, which are fine, but in the one season it happened too much for my opinion.
It felt like it became their thing in a way.
And then they did it to their mother. Like, we're not telling you that Dad's still alive, which for me I wasn't too keen on.
Yeah.
So far, like for season 2,
I like the doors that it opens up.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the same time, it felt like, really, no one's dead.
Yeah. So depending on how season 2 deals with the father being alive and everything, it could be a really good thing, but it could be terrible. And if they don't do it well, then it leads to the idea of, well, if no one on Earth's dead, maybe there's some more of Martian Manhunter's species surviving. Like, no, obviously, like they can't do that.
That would be shooting themselves in the face.
But that's the kind of thing they open themselves up to people. It feels a little bit too airy fairy.
And I feel like there's probably too many. I feel almost expendable characters in the sense that only character you really need to keep is Supergirl. You could get rid of the rest of the cast and I feel like it would still be a brilliant show. As much as I like, Cat Grant's character and I like Wynn and I like Martian Manhunter, the others, the sister could go and I wouldn't care.
I don't think you can, some of them you can't kill.
No, I wouldn't say kill. I'm just
saying
some
of them you could move them into state. Like, you could fire Wynn, you could get Olsen to move back.
Yeah.
To go back to working with Superman as opposed to that.
Yeah.
Like, killing him would be really, really risky, because then you've got the dynamic of why didn't Superman rock up, which they're avoiding as much as possible.
Yeah.
They've shown silhouettes, his feet, and chat lines, but that's it.
Which is understandable. I like the fact that they haven't shown him, because then it's not about it doesn't become about Superman.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see where they go with season 2 and how much will change with them being part of the Arrowverse and how they're going to do that. Whether they're going to keep them on a separate Earth and maybe just cross over, like with the massive 4-episode crossover with Flash, Arrow, and Legends.
Yeah.
That'll be very interesting to see. I'm interested to see how they bring Supergirl into it, whether or not it'll just be her, or whether or not it will be they actually bring her whole universe into the Arrowverse, because they filmed first season in LA and now they're moving it to Vancouver, which is where the others are shot. So that'll change it. They did it for budgetary reasons as well. So that'll be interesting to see. And
it'll be interesting for next season. Obviously, her Kryptonian family's already been pretty much defeated. Yeah. So the next season's major bad guys will have they're going to do the major bad guys differently to be still up on her level as actually a threat to her, but at the same time they can't really use the Kryptonian thing to so much. So I think it's going to be more focused in on Earth military developing kryptonite tech or something rather.
That could make it interesting.
Or maybe they'll find a way, but it's going to be an interesting dynamic to be not the Kryptonian civil war on Earth kind of a deal.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed the show, and I'm very excited for a season 2.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.